Good morning, students. In yesterday's class, we derived formulas. We find the slope and deflections at different points of the cantilever beam and simply supported beam with point load using moment area method, isn't it? So in this class, we will discuss about the example 24, that is simply supported beam with UDL. Let us read the problem. Find the maximum slope and deflection in the given SSB, simply supported beam, as shown in figure. The flexural rigidity EI is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 4 kilonewton meter square. This is the problem. By using this moment area method, we should find the maximum slope and deflections. As we know that the maximum slope occurs at the supports if it is simply supported beam, isn't it? And deflection is maximum at center if it is symmetric load. Therefore, slope at supports and deflection at the center you should find in this problem. Before going to the problem in detail, you should find the reaction forces at the supports. As we know that how to find the reaction forces. It is symmetric beam, that means symmetric loading. Due to symmetric loading, the load shared by each support will be same. The total load acting on the beam is 10 kilonewtons per meter, isn't it? 10 kilonewtons per meter is given in the problem. So for every meter, 10 kilonewtons is acting, but it is expanded over the span of 5 meters. So total load is 10 into 5, 50 kilonewtons acting on the beam, which is concentrated at the center of the beam because it is a rectangular load. The total load intensity will be concentrated at the center of gravity of that rectangular load, isn't it? So total 50 kilonewtons acting on the beam. Out of this 50, each support will be shared the same load. So 50 total load shared by each supports is 50 kilonewtons. Therefore, RA is 25 kilonewtons. RB becomes 25. Due to symmetry, we can say that RA, RB are 25 kilonewtons. So after finding the reaction forces, we should draw the bending moment diagram. How to draw the bending moment diagram? By finding the bending moment values at different points. Let us take this point as a C, center of the beam, and AB are the end points, support points. So what is the bending moment at B? What is the bending moment at B? Bending moment at the supports is always 0 in simply supported beam. You should remember that bending moment values at the supports in SSB always 0. So bending moment at point B 0, bending moment at point A also 0. So therefore, by the symmetry we can say that the bending moment is maximum at the center. How to calculate this value, bending moment value? Bending moment at this, by taking the x-axis section at this point, at this center point. So how to calculate the bending moment? The bending moment is thus algebraic summation of all the moments acting on the right side of that section, isn't it? So RB is there, one force, and UDL value is there. Due to these two forces, the moment will be developed at the point C. Clear? So moment developed at the x-axis section, RB into this distance. RB into half of the beam, that is 2.5 meters. Total 5 meters, the half of the beam is 2.5 meters. So bending moment at center point is 25 into 2.5, which is in anti-clockwise direction. It is taken as positive, minus this load is there. How much this load is? 10 kilonewton per meter. How much distance it is distributed? 2.5 meters. So 2.5 into 10. 10 into 2.5 is the load. 10 into 2.5 is the load, and which is acting at a distance of 2.5 by 2. Isn't it? From this point to concentration, load concentration point is 2.5 by 2. So 2.5 by 2, therefore 2.5 whole square by 2. Okay. So 25 into 2.5 minus 10 into 2.5 whole square by 2. 2 5s are, if you common the 5 into 2.5, 5 into 2.5 is 12.5. 12.5 common is there. 5 minus 2.5 మిగులుతుంది. So 5 minus 2.5 is 2.5. 12.5 into 2.5, 31.25. Okay. So the total positive, the bending moment at xx, that is that the center point is positive. That's why I'm locating the point 31.25 kilonewton meter above the baseline of the bending moment diagram. So after locating this point 31.25, how to join the points of bending moment values? B, C, A దగ్గర ఉన్న values ఎలా join చేస్తాం? It is UDL value. So wherever UDL acting on the beam, the bending moment diagram is parabolic curve, isn't it? Parabolic curve. Like this, you have to draw the parabolic continuous curve. This is the bending moment diagram. After getting the bending moment diagram, to find the slope at point A and to find the deflection at the center, maximum deflection and maximum slope, you have to take the bending moment diagram area off of the bending moment diagram area. That is either between A and C or between C and B. If you want to find the slope at point A, you should consider the area between A and C. And if you want to find the slope at point B, if you consider the area of the bending moment diagram between C and B. Okay. If you want to find the deflection at the center, either one side of the bending moment diagram you should consider, either between A and C or between B and C. Yeah. So this is the shaded area. We are considering the area between A and C. So first, how to calculate this area? As we know that area formula is LH by n plus 1, isn't it? LH by n plus 1 if it is parabolic curve. It is parabolic curve like this, but it is not parabolic concave parabolic. It is convex parabolic. So how to find the convex type parabolic curve area? You should consider a rectangle between A and C. This is the area. L into H is the area. From this you have to subtract the concave type parabolic curve area. Then we can get the area, remaining area, the required area. Okay. So LH minus LH by n plus 1. Therefore n plus 1 LH minus LH by n plus 1 is the area. Clear, students? So here n for parabolic curve is 2. So 2 plus 1, 3. LH minus LH by 3, that is 2 by 3 LH. 2 by 3 LH is the area. The given required area is 2 by 3 LH, 2/3 of LH. So I am written here, area is 2/3 of LH. 2/3 of L is distance, that is the horizontal distance between A and C, that is 2.5, because total distance is, total length of the beam is 5 meters. The length of the beam between A and center point is 2.5. So 2 by 3 into 2.5 into H is the height of the diagram. This is 31.25 kilonewton meter. Then we will get the area of the area of the bending moment diagram is 52.083 kilonewtons meter square. Clear, students? Like this, you have to calculate the area of the shaded required area. Then how to locate the center of gravity of this area from the apex point? How to locate the area apex? How to locate the center of gravity? It is, I will give an example for this. How to get the 5.8 into 2.5. So this is the example for that. If you want to locate the point C1, the center of gravity, you should consider the total area and subtract this area. If you subtract this area, then we can get the center of gravity for this area. Okay. Area of convex parabola. Convex parabola area is equal to A1. This is A1. Okay. 2/3 of LH. And the center of gravity from the apex is x1 bar. This is the x1 bar. How to get this 5 by 8 Ln? So A2 is LH by 3. This concave parabola area is LH by 3 and total area is LH. Therefore, we can get the area of convex parabola is A1 equal to A minus A2, 2/3 LH. Already I said that. And how to look at the center of gravity? We know that a1x1 plus a2x2 bar is equal to ax bar. What is this? If you want to look at the center of gravity of the first area, you should consider the total area. Total area is, let us take the x bar. Total area center of gravity is C, which is at a distance of x bar or L by 2 from the one of the side. Okay, another, the center of gravity of the second area is x2 bar. This is, we know that L into n plus 1 by n plus 2. So 3 by 4 of L by L. This is the L, total L. 3 by 4 of L. So from this, A1x1, what is A1x1? A1x1 is first area, that is required area, A1 into x1 bar plus A2 x2 bar is equal to AX bar. From this we can get the x1 bar. X1 bar we will get. X1 bar equal to AX bar minus A2 x2 bar by A1. So A is the LH, total area is LH, X bar is L by 2, and A2 means the concave parabola, A2 is LH by 3 into L by 4. There is L into n plus 1 by n plus 2. This is the L by 4, X2 bar. Divided by A1 is the 2/3 of LH. Like this, you have to locate the X1 bar. From this, 5 by 8 L from the apex point. Okay? I get it? Here x2 bar ante, x2 bar is distance from the base. From the apex emo, L into n plus 1 by n plus 2, that is 3 by 4. 3 by 4 of L from apex, 1 by 4th of L from the base. So we are calculating from this point, then x1 bar we will get 5 by 8 L. L is the length of the diagram. Okay, so like this you have to find the x1 bar or location of center of gravity for this diagram. So this is 5 by 8 into L means the distance between A and C, that is 2.5 meters. So 5 by 8 into 2.5 is 1.5625 meters. Like this, you have to find the area first and the movement of this area about apex. Movement of this area about apex if you know the center of gravity, x bar. After getting the A and x bar, then easily we can find the slope and deflections. Slope at A, theta A is equal to formula is area by flexural rigidity. Area between A and C only. So 52.083 divided by 2 into 10 to the power of 4. Are you get it, my students? So we will get 2.604 into 10 to the power minus 3 radians. It will get in radians. The slope is always getting in radians. If you convert into degrees, you should multiply that value by 180 and divided by pi. Then we can get the slope in degrees. Theta A equal to 149 degrees. This is the maximum slope occurs at the supports. If you want to find the slope at point B, you should consider the area between B and C, which is similar to the area between A and C. Therefore, slope at point B is also same, but directionally it is the reverse. It is negative value. So theta B is equal to minus 0.149. Anti-clockwise slope will occur. Then deflection at C. This is the maximum deflection occurs in the beam at point C. If beam bends like this, UDL walla beam ila bend avute, maximum deflection ekkada occur avutundi? Center lo. So center lo maximum deflection find cheyali ante moment of this area about apex point calculate cheste manam by divided by EI cheste manaki deflection vachestundi. Okay? So formula is deflection ki formula enti? Deflection at point C is equal to AX bar by EA. This is the deflection at C is equal to YC equal to AX bar by EA. A is the 52.083 into X bar is 1.5628. This is X bar means the center of gravity of this convex parabolic area from the apex point 1.5628 divided by flexural rigidity 2 into 10 to the power of 4. Then we will get the 4.068 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. This is the deflection at the center of the beam in meters. If you convert into millimeters, YC is equal to 5.068 mm. This is the maximum deflection in the beam and maximum slope in the beam. Like this, you have to find the area of the bending moment diagram. Then moment of that area about apex, then we will get the deflection. Clear students? Simply supported with UDL is the diagram వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇది కాన్వెక్స్ అవుతుంది. మనకు కావాల్సింది ఏంటంటే కాన్వెక్స్ పెరాబోలిక్ కర్వ్ యొక్క ఏరియా కావాలి. మనకి కాన్కేవ్ పెరాబోలిక్ కర్వ్ యొక్క ఏరియా ఏమో LH/n+1. కాన్కేవ్ పెరాబోలిక్ యొక్క సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ గ్రావిటీ ఎపెక్స్ నుండేమో L into n+1/n+2. బట్ కాన్వెక్స్ కావాలి అంటే ఈ మొత్తం రెక్టాంగులర్ కన్సిడర్ చేసుకొని కాన్కేవ్ ని మైనస్ చేస్తే మనకి కాన్వెక్స్ ఇది వచ్చేస్తుంది. క్లియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్? దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 24. Then last problem, the moment area method is cantilever with multiple loads, that is 2 loads acting at different points. A cantilever beam AB of length 4 meters carries a point load 100 kilonewtons at a free end and another point load 100 kilonewtons at 2 meters from the free end. Free end only 2 meters, and the fixed end would be 2 meters. If the Young's modulus is 10 to the power of 5 and in a moment of inertia 10 to the power of 8, then determine the slope and deflection at free end by moment area method. So how to find the slope and the deflection at the free end? Free end దగ్గర మనకి maximum slope and deflection ఉంటుంది. As we know that upon application of load on the cantilever beam, we will get the maximum deflection at the free end, isn't it? And also the maximum slope occurs at the free end. If you draw the tangent at that point, we will get the maximum slope at that point. Dear students, so you have to find the maximum deflection at the free end and also maximum slope at the free end. Clear students? So before going to solve the problem, you have to draw the bending moment diagram for this. How to draw the bending moment diagram for this cantilever beam with multiple loads? So what is the bending moment value at point B? What is the bending moment at point C? And write the bending moment at fixed end. So what is the bending moment at point B? It is 0 because the bending moment means the algebraic summation of all the moments acting on the right side of the beam. There is no beam on the right side of the point B. Therefore, the bending moment at point B is 0. Clear? So what is the bending moment at point C? How to calculate the bending moment? Bending moment algebraic summation of all the moments on the right side. So what is the bending moment at point C? That is only one load is acting on the right side. It is 100 kilonewtons, which develops a clockwise movement about point C. So 100 into 2 is the movement about point C clockwise negative. So 100 into 2 is 200. 200 kilonewton meter negatives are kabatti manaki below the baseline. Note chesukon. This is the baseline of the bending moment diagram and locate the 200 kilonewton meter below the baseline. Then what is the bending moment at point A? Bending moment at point A means 100 into 4 meters clockwise minus 400 minus 100 into this is 2 meters minus 200 minus 400 minus 200 minus 600 kilonewton meter moment about point A. So therefore bending moment at point A is minus 600 kilonewton meter. Minus sign represents below the baseline. Minus sign represents clockwise movement. Okay, like this you have to locate the 600, 200 and 0. How to join these 3 points? If there is no load between B and C, the bending moment diagram is straight inclined line. And in between A and C also straight inclined lines. Therefore we will get the bending moment diagram like this. So we have 3 individual areas. This is first area, second area and third area. Okay. So this is the EI value. E value 10 to the power of 5 newtons per mm square into 10 to the power of 8 mm power 4, 10 to the power of 13 total. Newton mm square. You will get Newton mm square. Therefore 10 to the power of 10 kilonewton millimeter square, 10 to the power of 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6 is the kilonewton meter square lost. 10 to the power of 4 finally we will get in kilonewton meter square. That's the flexural rigidity value. Okay. Then slope at free end. How to calculate the slope at free end? Slope at free end means, yeah, we want to find the slope. So we must consider the whole area, total area of the bending moment diagram, divided by flexure resistance. So what is the total area of the bending moment diagram? Area of the bending moment diagram of EI. Total area, how to calculate total area? This is the one triangle. Half into, this is the 2 into 200. Half into 2 into 200, 200 is self, 200 plus this rectangular area. Rectangular area is, it is 200 height, 2 meters is the length. 2 into 200 is 400. It is 200, it is 400, 600. Plus this triangle is also there. Half into this height into this length. Length is 2 meters. Half into 2 into this height. How much this height? Total 600 minus this is 200. This is 200. This height is 200. So this height is 400. Height of this triangle is 400. Okay, half into 2 into 400. Therefore, 400 is the area of this triangle. So 400 plus 400, 800 plus 200, total 1000 kilonewton meter. This is 200 into 2, half into 400 into, half into 200 into 2. So we will get the 1000 area of the bending moment diagram. Divided by 10 to the power of 4 is the EI value. We will get 0.1 radians. Otherwise, in degrees, 5.72 degrees. If you multiply this value into 180, multiplied by 180 and divided by 5. So for every 180 degrees, we will get the pi radians. Every pi radians, the in degrees 180 degrees. Like that, you have to convert the radians into degrees. Okay, students, slope at free end is 5.72 degrees. It is maximum slope in the beam. So, this slope find cheyalante meeru bending moment diagram area find chesukovali. Bending moment diagram area find cheyalante you have to able to draw the bending moment diagram for the given beam. Then deflection at free end, YB. How to calculate moment of the area of bending moment diagram about B divided by EI, about apex. Every time you have to take the moment of that bending moment diagram area about apex divided by EI. So if you know the bending moment diagram, it is a single area. If it is a single area, directly we can take the AX bar by EI. But A separately and X bar separately, if you know the area, it's single. Let us take this bending moment diagram. If it is a single area, then separately we will take the area and X bar separately. But it is a diagram is combination of multiple areas, 2 triangles and 1 rectangle. Then we will take the AX bar combinedly. AX bar means A1x1 plus A2x2 plus A3x3. A1x1 plus A2x2 plus A3x3. That is the AX bar. So A1x1 means this is the first area. A1 is this area of the triangle is 200, half into 2 into 200, 200 itself. Into x1 means the center of gravity of this first area from the apex. It is total 2 meters. From the apex, it is 2/3 of the total distance. 2/3 of 2 meters, so 4/3 meters. This is a 4/3 meters center of gravity of first area C1 from the apex. This is the second area. Center of gravity of second area C2 from the apex is this is total 2 meters. This is the 2 meters. This is a rectangle. Center of gravity is at a distance of 1 meter from the C. Therefore, total 3 meters. It becomes 3 meters from the apex. And similarly, this is the third area. C3 is the center of gravity of third area, which is at a distance of 10/3 from the apex. How to get this 10/3? This is the total 2 meters. This is from the apex, it is 2/3 of the total 2 meters, the 4/3. From C to C3 is 4/3. 4/3 plus 2. 4/3 plus 2 is 10/3. 10/3 meters. So these are the Y1, Y2, Y3 values. A1, A2, A3 A1 emo 200, A2 emo 200 into 2 400, A3 kuda 400. Clear? So like that you have to find A1, Y1, A1 X1. A1 X1 is 200 into 4/3. A2 is 400 rectangle area into 3 meters distance, plus A3 is the 400 into 10 by 3 is the x3. A1 x1 plus A2 x2 plus A3 x3 is the AX bar. Divided by 10 to the power of 4 is the EI value. So we will get 0.28 meters deflection at the free end. Otherwise 280 mm, 28 centimeters otherwise. 280 mm deflection takes place at the free end by application of 100 kilonewtons at free end and 2 meters from the free end. Okay na? ఈ 100 kilonewtons వల్ల ఇక్కడ ఎంత డిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది 28 centimeters డిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ నుండి 28 centimeters డిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది 0.2 and slope is 5 point something is there 5.5 degrees is the 5.72 degrees at the free end. Like this, you have to find the slope and deflection by taking the moment area, that is bending moment diagram area. Dear students, only you have to remember the two formulas for the slope A by EI and for the deflection AX bar by EI. A is the area, X bar is the distance of that area of CG from the apex point. Dear students, EI is the flexural rigidity. You already explained. This is the fourth unit, deflection of beams topic. We have another topic in the fourth unit. Torsion topic is there in fourth unit. I will start the torsion topic in the next class. Okay? Up to till this class, we completed the deflection of beams by using 3 methods. What are those 3 methods? Double integration method, Michaelis method, and this moment area method. This moment area method used for only simple type of beams and single loads. And Michaelis method is used for any load, any type of beam. Okay? ఒకసారి వీడియోస్ అన్ని చూడండి ఈ ఫోర్త్ యూనిట్ లో అండర్స్టాండ్ చేసుకోండి అర్థం చేసుకోండి అర్థం చేసుకున్న తర్వాత సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేయండి. I will give 2 homework problems in the next class to you related to this deflection of beams. Okay? Bye students, have a nice day.